Well, hello, folks. This is Mrs. Haberstein, and I am doing my best to try a video for you today to chat about Chapter 11, Lesson 2. So here's what I'd ask of you. If you have in front of you, please, your math spiral notebook, make sure you're using a pencil and some eraser is handy. And then you can have your math textbook handy too, because we'll be using that along with our lesson today. But my goal is to talk to you today about converting measurements of length within the system. So converting feet to inches, inches to miles, those kind of things, just to make sure that we have the math correct. So do me a favor, go to the next clean page in your math spiral notebook, and then you can title it Chapter 11, Lesson 2, just like we always do. Today is 3/16/2020. Well, that took me a minute, right? And then you can write down your learning target. I can convert measurements of length within the customary system. Now, if you've noticed, I've already got my notes up here on the screen. My hope is that we can go through this. If you have anything that you need to write down, it's going to be on the screen. Okay, so what I have on my screen goes in your math spiral notebook. Anytime you need to push pause, you may do so and then start the video back up so you can catch up with the notes. There's also going to be some practice problems that we go through, and I'll coach you through those as well, knowing that you should do the practice problems with the video paused, and then when you turn the video back on, there'll probably be some answers available for you, kind of like we do in class. All right, so let's get started. We're talking about measuring. We did that the last day we were together on Friday for like a hot second, right? We were talking about those rulers and how rulers look a lot like number lines, and number lines have fractions. And so all of that information is really important because none of what we talk about today is actually new. Like, you know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide whole numbers, and you know how to use fractions when we're talking about adding and subtracting and even multiplying, right? So we know that all the work we've done so far in our chapters 1 through 10 they're really important facts and concepts for you to understand so that you can move forward with chapter 11. So let's take all what we know and use it today in our thinking. So when I think about measuring and converting, here's what we want to do. We want to convert feet to inches. So I'm going to take this idea. Okay, so we're going to start off with something pretty simple. We're going to talk about converting feet to inches. And we know that we are going from feet, which is bigger than inches. So we're going to start with, so we are going to take our units from bigger units of feet to smaller units of inches. So what's interesting to me is this is the number 4, right? So I have the number 4 and I'm converting it to inches. Well, let's think about that for a minute. If you think about the fact that I have 4 feet and each foot is 12 inches long, right? You're going to notice the picture that I drew that I have to think about how I can solve that problem mathematically. So I know that in every one of these feet, there's 12 inches. Well, it makes sense to me then that when I multiply, right, 12 inches times 4 feet, I'll be able to see how many inches there are in all. So 12 times 4 is 48. So when I look at each one of these feet, there's 12 inches in them. I can multiply 12 times 4 and I get 48 inches. So 4 feet equals 48 inches. So what I'm learning about this is when I take my units of measurement and I have a bigger unit like feet and I'm converting it or changing it to a smaller unit like inches, the operation that I need to use is multiplication. So I'm thinking bigger to smaller, I multiply. Cool. So let's try that one again. So for instance, if I have like this one, if I have 6 yards and I want to think about how many inches that is. Well, first I have to think about in 1 yard there are how many inches. Well, if you look back at our chart from the last notes, you're going to notice that there are 36 inches in 1 yard. Knowing that I have to multiply, when I'm going bigger to smaller, I'll go 6 times, and then I'm using the number 36 because there's 36 inches in a yard. 6 times 36. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 6 times 36. Now, if you can do it mental math, that's awesome. If not, I use my side work over here, and I would multiply 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 3 more is 21. And I'm going to end up with 216 inches. Wow, that's quite a few, right? So the answer is 6 yards equals 216 inches. So that's really great, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't always convert bigger to smaller. Sometimes I have a problem like this one, where I want to do inches to feet. So I'm really doing smaller to bigger. Well, the steps remain the same. The first thing I want to think about is how many feet are in an inch. So I'm thinking about there are 12 inches equals 1 foot, correct? So now I'm going to do the same kind of thing, but I can't take 12. Okay, so I'm thinking about this, and I thought, well, I better draw a picture, right? Just like we did before. So there's 12 inches is 1 foot, and then I got another 12 inches, that's 2 feet. But if I have another 12 inches, that's only 36, right? And I said 42. So now I'm thinking, well, I can't have a full foot. There's just 6 inches left. Well, if you think about our fractions, ladies and gentlemen, you'll remember that if I don't have a whole, I can make a fraction out of it. So let's think about that. I've got 1, 2, 3 feet. So I'll put down 3 feet, 12 inches, 42 inches equals 3 feet, and there's 6 inches left over. So I can say 6 inches left over. It's not a full one, right? 42 inches equals 3 feet, 6 inches. That's pretty sweet. But hey, guess what? There's even more. Still talking about, if I'm still talking about 42 inches, I can do it mathematically, right? I don't have to draw pictures all the time. I can say 42 is my number, and I'm going smaller to bigger in my units of measurement. So smaller to bigger, I'm not going to multiply. What's the opposite? Remember the inverse operation, right? I divide. So I'm going to divide. 42 divided by what? Well, how many inches are in a foot? 12, right? We got this. So 42 divided by 12. If I'm doing my math, I think to myself, 42 divided by 12 is 3. That's 36, and I'm going to subtract, and I get 6, just like we had in the picture. Only this time, I remember what we did in Chapter 10. And we took this remainder, and we made it into a fraction. So I can say 42 inches equals 3 feet, 6 inches, or I can say 42 inches equals 3 feet and 6 twelfths. Wait a minute, that's not right. That's not in lowest terms. I got you. 3 and 1/2 feet. Oh, there's supposed to be a T there. There it goes. So I know that when I go smaller to bigger, I divide. Okay. Try a few practice problems here, and we'll be able to get this in the way. So I'm going to put the practice problems up. Okay, so here are 2 practice problems. Remember, smaller to bigger, I divide. Bigger to smaller, I multiply. Push pause, try them in your math spiral notebook, and then when you're finished, check back for your answers. Alrighty, how'd you do? Remember, smaller to bigger, I divide. And bigger to smaller, I multiply. That's going to be your key, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's try one more thing. Alrighty, so now I'd like you to do some independent work. I'm going to have you complete textbook pages 809 through 810, numbers 4 through 20, evens only. Remember, I'm talking evens only, so this is the part you want to make sure you pay attention to. And then when you're done, I'm actually going to have a picture of the answers on Schoology that I'll attach. So if you could, wait till you finish the problems, then check your work. Alrighty? Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this video. I know it seems weird, but we will get used to it, and I'm sure I'll get better at it, I hope. And maybe I even might be able to throw in some of those jokes that we always, that we can laugh a little bit about. So I hope you're having a really great day. Thanks again for your efforts. Keep working hard, and email me if you need me. All right, see you soon.